Gencon 2025 is just around the corner, a bit over a month away. But look, I'm going to save you the effort of having to troll through lots and lots of information to just give you the best 25 games that you can sit down and play with the publishers and understand if the games are going to be for you. Now, I'm not going this year, and that's sad, but that's not going to stop me from trying to help you and educate you and just make your life a lot easier when you're going through all those halls because you know exactly the games that you want to hit up. So by the way, you're welcome. Okay, let's get into the very first game, and what I have for you is Hercules and the 12 Labors. Now, just want you to know that these games aren't actually picked by me. This is the most anticipated games according to Board Game Geek right now. These are the games that you're voting for, that you're interested in, and the first one is a solo card game with a bit of dice rolling, dice allocation, and we have Hercules and the 12 Labors. Now, players are going to be embodying that legendary hero Hercules, undertaking his epic 12 labors in a Greek mythology adventure. A solo card dice game is going to involve overcoming challenges through dice rolling and management to simulate the Hercules trials. Now, I must admit, I don't know enough about mythology, but supposedly loves a good 12 labors. There you go, that's all you need to know. There we go. Yeah, this is by far and away the most requested game that people want to play. So there we go. That's all we're looking at. Tarot cards, gold foil, dice, and some pretty little birds there. There we go. Okay, let's move on to number 2. And look, if you've seen my top 50, if you haven't seen it, well, you should see it. But if you haven't, well, top 3 is Distilled. I love me some Distilled, and this is Distilled Cocktails. This is going to be an expansion to the original spirit crafting game Distilled. This time we're going to be focusing on mixing those famous spirits into unique cocktails. Now, players are going to be expanding the production to craft cocktails for customers and then seek out esteemed collectors for our prestigious spirits. So this is going to be building on the original resource management. We're going to have the recipe fulfillment, tableau building, mitigating your luck, all of that same good stuff. But this is going to be a big box expansion where it's going to introduce a second washback. Now, if you've played Distilled, washback is the most fun and it's the most thematic mechanic in a game that I've ever played. I love it so much. And now we're going to be crafting cocktails, and we're going to require special mixes paired with the spirits from our own distillery. So we make the spirits, we're going to mix them into cocktails. Absolutely brilliant. I'm sold. Distilled Cocktails is the number 2. Number 3, we have another expansion here, and we have Sea Salt and Paper Extra Pepper. Just 12 cards. That's all you need. Out of 12 cards to go with all your other cards, and Sea Salt and Paper. One of the best card games out there. If you haven't played it, it's seriously good. Anyway, this one's going to have, each round's going to introduce a new card with a new game condition. And each round, this condition will be kept by the player with the highest or lowest score. Yeah, you know what? I'll 100% pick it up. So there we go. Grab me some Sea Salt and Paper. Next up, we have a standalone Cascadia Alpine Lakes. Now, if you love the original Cascadia, well, this is going to be just more of the same with a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more spatial. We're actually going up this time, which is really cool. So players going to be journeying to create the most diverse Pacific Northwest environment as they draft new double hexagon habitat tiles and unique new wildlife tokens to build out and build up their beautiful landscape mosaic. Oh, look, again, if you love tile laying, you love drafting tokens and things like that, you're going to absolutely appreciate this. I don't know how different it is going to be from the original. Feels like the weight's about the same. So I don't know, maybe you're not going to be interested, but I certainly am. So let's move on from that. And we have Paverson Games. So the same publisher as Distilled. And do you know what? Class of 89. Now, I'm class of 96. I'm old. But these guys, class of 89, are even older. So it makes me kind of feel a bit better about myself. But you're actually making a yearbook, which is very, very cool theme. Now, take you back to the days of big dreams, bigger hair, the ultimate high school send-off. So break out the neon, dust off the mixtapes. It's time to create the most legendary yearbook spread ever. Now, it's going to employ worker placement, going to be snapping together the most cringy, classic, and totally radical senior year moments. Now, I didn't write that. It's written down right there, but It's fully sick, bro. That's all you need to know. Basically, you've got to involve standout moments from football field drama to whack after school clubs. Look, I don't know. No photos, nothing else to really go off. It's going to be some tile placement, set collection, proximity bonuses to construct a wicked, awesome yearbook. Okay, let's move on. And we have, oh, this actually isn't even my 25. This is a bonus. This is number 26, Sand Art. The reason I chucked this in is because it's from the same designer as Class of 89. There we go, Corey Jordan. I believe this game is also going to be Gencon, so maybe go check out a bit of Sand Art as well. Let's move on. Clank, Catacombs, Underworld, another expansion and another IP that is people love. It's famous, people want more of it. This time we're going deeper down. Look, we're already going pretty deep in Clank, but now we're going deeper. So we're now going to expect more, I guess, subterranean treasure looting, monster dodging, and perilous adventures within the Clank universe. It's going to certainly add new map tiles, new cards for player decks, unique monsters, and potentially new game mechanics. Yeah, don't know too much about it. Again, no images, but there you go. New expansion if you love yourself a bit of Clank. Phoenix New Horizon is the first from Devir. Now, Devir Games, they pump out some great games. Now, there's going to be more of them, the medium to heavyweight style, but this is looking pretty good. We're a post-apocalyptic world. Humanity has emerged from the underground shelters to recolonize Earth. Players are going to lead teams of commandos to build regenerators, new habitats, bringing life back to the planet devastated by a Cold War nuclear disaster. If that interests you, then maybe this may interest you. Worker placement, allocating your commandos to various actions. Commandos can be specialized for more potent abilities. Key actions include building regenerators and buildings, increasing your population, and fulfilling mission objectives. And let's have a look at some of these images on here. Yeah, it looks like a Euro to me. Lots of components, and there you go. Maybe you're interested in Phoenix New Horizon. Let's keep cracking on. And the Voynich Puzzle. Now, this is from Salt and Pepper Games. Salt and Pepper, they're all about learning something new and something so different. And the theme, I really appreciate the fact their theme is always so unique that you'll never see it in any other game. And the Voynich Puzzle is just that. We're talking about the Voynich manuscript, named after a bookseller who discovered it in 1912. It's an enigma that has resisted human curiosity for over 600 years. I don't know about you, but this is the sort of things that keep me up at night. Voynich Puzzle, think about it every night for the last few years, and glad there's finally a game. So there we go. What else have we got? It's going to be, themed around this famous manuscript, written in the 15th century. Could be things like puzzle solving, deduction, pattern recognition, and possibly some code breaking. So there we go. Let's hope it's puzzly, it's good, and let's have a look at one image. If you're into goats, there's a good goat there for you, and there's the game. Looks like 6 distinct sort of mini games, maybe. Yeah, I like it. I like the fact that it's different. I like the fact they're trying something new. Next up, we're back to Devir again, and this time it's a 5 to 12 player deduction game. And as soon as I say that, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Ultimate Werewolf, but I don't know, let's see a little bit more about this theme. So strongly suggests it's going to be a mystery, social deduction, perhaps even horror theme. You're thrown into the cold, unforgiving void, and it was I who voted against her, sealing her fate. Well, I who voted against her, you're a jerk. Her fate is sealed, and now we've got to play this game about it. So there we go. Look, again, don't know too much about it. You can read up more if you're interested in these sort of social deduction type games. Something a bit different, maybe a little bit darker. Anyway, Devir pumping out another one. And next up, Battle of the Divas. Back to Salt and Pepper. Now, I was just saying how good Salt and Pepper is good at giving you something new. The Divas. When I was talking about Taylor Swift and Mariah Carey, or I'm so out of touch with any divas. But anyway, players will take on the roles of Maria Callas and Renata Tebaldi. Now, are you a Renata person or are you a Maria person? Which side of the fence are you on? I'm going to say, kind of appreciate Renata. Great opera singer. I have no idea, but sure. Throughout the game, each diva will perform great operas, gain fame, and experience key moments of their career in a timeline that will shape their legacy. Now, interesting, 2-player only game. As soon as I think of something like this, you're gonna have asymmetric powers for each opera singer. Straight away, my mind just goes straight to Kelp. Like Kelp, was it Shark vs Octopus? My goodness, that game's good. I'm hoping it's something very similar to that. Would be amazing, but probably not. Anyway, wonderful photos there to show you what we're looking at. And there you go. If you're interested in a bit of Battle of the Divas, definitely go over and check out Salt and Pepper Games, because you'll be able to check out the Voynich as well. And hopefully both games are going to be very, very cool. Next up, Elizabeth Hargrave, and we have Sanibel. Now, Sanibel is a more cozy game, cozy yet competitive game. Now, we're going to be collecting seashells on Sanibel Island, where players are going to be traveling down a beach board, searching for and collecting various seashells and even shark teeth, with an emphasis on just peaceful, slow going, which if you're into that, yeah, you're into that. Now, Elizabeth Hargrave, my #1 game of all time, Wingspan. Look, she knows how to design a game. I'm not going to tell her how to design because she's bloody good at it, and she's got old Sanibel here. So hopefully this is an absolute cracker of a game from Avalon Hill. And yeah, now we are in a bit of a party games section. If you're not into party games, well, how about skipping the next few? But if you are, let's check out Detestable Games here, Bim Bam Bum. Look, I didn't vote for this list. Someone voted for it, and a lot of people voted for it. And yeah, I don't know. It sounds simple. Real challenge is to follow the turn order and be the first to run out of cards, confuse your opponents, reverse the game, change the rules when you least expect it. I know you're basically saying Bim Bam Bum as you're playing cards or something. I know, wacky, fun, party stuff. If you love it, excellent. Now, next one they've got here is Pirate King. And Pirate King, players are pirate captains competing to become the Pirate King by facing challenges and amassing resources over 7 rounds. Yeah, I mean, cute art. I like the art. Let's have a look at some of these. I mean, it's different. Basically, you're trying to avoid the skulls. I think it's like a push your luck where there's 3 curses, which are those skulls. Means you'll lose your resources gained each round. So yeah, push your luck game with cute artwork. And Regroup Panda Crew. Again, the same artwork as before, and this time, well, it's a re-implementation of Regroup Chicken Army. Now, we all know, if you're watching this video, that you've probably got Regroup Chicken Army in your collection right now, and you've been saying to yourself, do you know what I need? I need another retheme of that, because while I appreciate the Chicken Army, what I really appreciate is more of a Battle Royale style card game where the last player standing wins, because that's, I assume, the exact words you just said. If you didn't, well, I apologize for putting words in your mouth, but each turn you're going to choose a card, place it over another card on your grid, seeking to match offensive, defensive, melee, or ranged pandas. Some cards may have map pieces, and if you arrange them in a specific pattern, you'll gain a bonus that is stronger. Cool. There we go. So we're out of the little party game section, and let's go into something a lot heavier, and we're looking at an expansion 4.0 from Leader Games. Now, the most important thing you need to know about this is it's going to have a solo mode in here from Ricky Royal and Liz Davidson. Anyway, it's going to be expansion for the critically acclaimed legacy-style game Oath Chronicles of Empire and Exile. We're going to continue to shape the history of our fictional land, developing their family's lineage, constructing empires, transforming the very foundations of the game itself. It's going to revamp several of the rules, introducing significant new systems, including that lineage system which I just mentioned before. Players going to complete quests for generational advantages and improved governance phase. And yeah, mainly that fully featured solo mode. So there we go, that's Oath. Now, there is one more party game here, and we have Party Panda Pirates. Again, Detestable Games. Who are you paying to just give all these thumbs up to make these games popular? Because you got 4 games in this list. You're getting just a bit greedy now. But anyway, there's another one. So while you're at there, go sit down, play some Party Panda Pirates as well. Okay, Let's keep moving, and we've got Tea Witches. Now, this was first mentioned 12 months ago, and this is probably my, if not my one, maybe my number 2 most anticipated game from Gencon this year. And this is Tea Witches, and it's got Sendara Tang, Many Vega. Oh my goodness, where are we? Oh, we've got Sendara artwork from Critter Kitchen there, and what else have we got? Flamecraft, there it is at the back there. Okay. This year's now Tequinox Fair's heating up, and as a contestant, you have 4 days to prove the world that your kettle has the metal to win. Well done. Thank you very much, the Op Games there. Appreciate that. USA Oply. Yeah, big name. Big name. Okay, what else we got here? Let's go with the games played over 4 rounds, each with 2 phases. The summoning phase involves simultaneously drawing witches to a player's tea hut using a push your luck mechanic, avoiding identical witches which will cause a hex. Then you'll have the service phase where players will use worker placement, with players sending tea pups to boutiques to gather toppings, collect tea from a rotating crystal fountain, acquire upgrades, attract celebrities, and so on and so forth. And yeah, this is just right up my wheelhouse. This looks freaking amazing. So there we go. Sendara Tang artwork. Oh my goodness. I think she's my favorite artist. I'm pretty sure now, 100%, she's my favorite artist. I absolutely adore the artwork. Okay, we're over halfway there, so stick with me. We'll battle through these. Back to Devir Games, and we have Deep Dreams. Now, this is going to invoke imagery of the subconscious, surreal landscapes, or perhaps introspective journeys. Sounds pretty heavy. This could be an abstract game with a narrative exploring dreams. Now, little Bruno has gone to sleep, and well, when he sleeps, he's going to travel the night between his dreams. And our mission as Dream Guardians is to keep him immersed in the most pleasant dreams and assure us that he wakes up as little as possible during the night. Goal is going to be to score the most points playing and connecting your dream cards, showing the 4 colors of your dream. You'll need to create the largest color groups connected to score victory points, while making sure Bruno doesn't wake up drawing a continuous path with the white lines and arrows through the cards. Yeah, color me interested, Devir Games. I've got to reach out to them because, geez, I want more of their games. There we go. No pictures, but there you go. Little Bruno. Okay. Wispwood. Now, this is from Czech Games Edition, and it's going to be, looks like a fairly lightish game. So you're going to be in magical forest, guiding wisps from their old tales. Each wisp has a unique personality, and players will aim to arrange them in ways that will make their personal forest grid the brightest. Now, on each turn, players are going to choose a wisp tile and shape to place it in their personal grid, representing their growing forest. Then the game will involve preferences of the wisps and magical trees, and it'll be scored over 3 rounds. And there we go. The forest will also fade and expand between rounds. So that sounds fascinating. Let's have a look at one of the images here. And look, these 2 people absolutely loving it. And there you go. That's what it looks like. Wispwood. Let's move on, and next one is going to be Koinobori. And now, look, this officially is another Devir game, and I feel like maybe Devir should be paying me for this video because the amount of Devir games I'm talking about here. Anyway, we've got carp-shaped windsocks traditionally flown in Japan to celebrate Children's Day, which is kind of lovely. How is beautiful Japan? Anyway, strongly suggests Japanese theme involving family, celebration, and the symbolism of the carp, which is strength and perseverance. And you're welcome for that knowledge. Hidden betting and majorities. Players will play cards to share their festival masks to influence which color of carp will score, while secretly playing cards to their own personal mask to benefit from that scoring. So this sounds fun. This sounds really good. Again, another Devir game. Great little artwork there. But yeah, just a little card game. Looks fun to me. Now, Voidfall. Voidfall's not being demoed. So why do I have that up there? Well, there's a reason I have that up there, because I want to talk about this one, Revenant. Revenant from Mindclash Games. And it's going to be I guess a very heavy follow-up to Voidfall, because we're in the Voidfall universe. So it's a standalone game, but still in that Voidfall universe. So it's going to have your deep strategy, resource management, asymmetric player powers, Preserve the accumulated knowledge that might one day answer the Voidborn threat. Voidborn, yeah, this little like fiery thing. It's good. Voidfall, great game. Did sell it, but too big a box. It was a pain in the ass to set up. Anyway, yep, you're carrying humanity's last hope, and you're going to be accompanied by ships provided by the Empire's vassal houses. You just need to escort your fleet to safety. Sounds easy. Yeah, but it's not going to be, because have a look at all these images. It ain't going to be easy. It looks very neon purple, which was very much Voidfall. And there's that little fiery stuff there. Yeah, pain in the ass. Always trying to get you. Yeah, there you go. Fountains. Again, USA Opoly back again, the Op Games. And this time we have a game about fountains, where we're in the city of Floridel, tasked with transforming gardens and plazas by creating magnificent fountains. Did you know there's actually a job out there called a fountaineer, where that is your job? I don't know too many fountaineers out there, but well done you if you have that job. Okay, take and make game, where players are going to be moving a token on a central board to take an adjacent tile and add it to their personal fountain. Fountains can be expanded outwards or upwards, which checks out for a fountain. Key rule is ensuring that the spout is at the highest level and water flowing through the lower levels. Again, using gravity, using knowledge there, I like it. Let's just have a look at the image here. You're going to get exactly what I'm talking about. See, you need the water to flow down different levels. That looks beautiful. Looks absolutely stunning. So there we go. Fountains. Cannot wait to see more on that. Now, Natera New Beginning was actually on my video last year. Fascinating that it's still back and still being demoed. So hopefully it's getting out to people very soon. And I think it is. I think it is getting to backers very, very soon from memory. Set in a bright post-humanity world, players will lead sentient and intelligent animal tribes. They'll explore, control abandoned areas, utilizing human science through a tech tree to adapt and thrive in their natural era. Medium-heavy Euro game featuring worker placement, area control and influence, resource management. Yeah, look, I was fascinated last year. I think from memory it was my #1 most anticipated game last year. So again, still anticipated, still looks gorgeous, still cannot wait to get my hands on it. Designers, if you're out there, would love to review this game. Just wink, wink, nudge, nudge, but can't hurt a man for trying. Okay, let's move on to, oh, there's a beaver. There you go. If you just want to see a beaver pointing in the air and carrying some stuff, yeah, there we go. Beaver, love it. Okay, we have here the Game Makers. Now, this is a prototype because it'll say it in every single image that we'll click on. It'll say big words, prototype. Now, this is from Bézier Games, and we all love a bit of Bézier Games there. Now, as the title suggests, we're in the process of creating board games. Now, there's some sort of story there. You've somehow got a factory, handed down to you, and congratulations, you got this factory. Oh, I wouldn't know how to run a factory if you gave me one, but sure, I've got a factory, and that factory makes board games, which is very, very cool. Now, clever card play, unique twists on familiar mechanics, they're all buzzwords. We don't care about that. Let's have a look down here. Players, board game manufacturers racing to build the greatest collection of classic modern board games. Build over 300 real-world games from over 100 real-world publishers. You can build Wingspan, Brass Birmingham, On Mars, whatever. Whole bunch of games there. Let's have a look at an image, and there we go. Cool. Love it, love it. And there we go. Big prototype there, but looks very cool. There's only a couple more to go, folks. Stay with me. Actually, only one more to go. Pixies. Last one. It's another expansion. Just like Sea Salt and Paper, just a few more cards. This time 14 cards. Even better. Booster 14 cards there. Illustrated by the artist. Yeah, now you can play from 2 to 6 players. The old Pixies was 2 to 5. You can now play 2 to 6. If you have a 6th person in your games group who's always sitting over there and always just feels left out, and like, why can't I play Pixies? You 5 people playing Pixies and I'm left out here. Well, that person can now join in. There we go. It's pretty much all you need to know. There we go. 25 games and expansions that you can actually demo at Gencon. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully this is going to be helpful to you when you're trying to plan your day out at Gencon. Well, enjoy the convention. Anyway, that's all I've got. I'm Hogs. This is the Bangers Project. Laters.